On November 5th last year, a Twitter user shared the following. About the strange figure captured on the Izu skyline live camera. November 1st, 2020, 6 AM. It's so bright and yet the figure is all black. It's creepy. Also appears to be slightly bigger than a normal person. Is there anyone who knows more about this? The user then provided a link and an image, which you can see here. The Izu skyline is a toll road that can be found in Shizuoka Prefecture, home of quite a few of the mysteries we've featured on this series. And, as the tweeter mentioned, it also has a live cam that's updated once every hour from 6 AM to 6 PM. This shows off just one part of the road with Mount Fuji in the background, making for quite the breathtaking sight. But on this particular day, the camera also managed to catch something else. What on earth was it? First things first, this image can no longer be found on the Izu Skyline website. The pictures only stay up for a week before they're removed, and the Twitter user posted this image several days after it apparently appeared. The tweet only picked up steam after people were no longer able to view the image for themselves on the website, however, and the Wayback Machine, for some reason, only shows the images from November 5 on November 1st instead. So, did it actually exist? That's part of the mystery. For the purposes of this video, let's assume that yes, it did exist and it wasn't a simple Photoshop. As I mentioned before, Izu Skyline is a toll road, but between the hours of 10 PM and 6 AM, people are allowed to use it free of charge. The live cam takes its first picture of the day right as the tolls open again. So, if someone was to appear on camera then, they would have easy and free access to the road. Very doable for anyone. The live cam is also somewhat well known, and the location not hard to gather. So, if someone deliberately wanted to appear on it, then it wouldn't be hard to do, and 6 AM would be a great time for it. Almost no cars on the road, so you're free to hang around and wait for 6 AM and the first shot of the day. So, the first problem of access to the time and location is a no-brainer. Anyone could get themselves into position for the picture. Next, the original Twitter user mentioned the figure appeared to be large, bigger than a regular person. Could this be true? Thankfully, there are plenty of pictures from this angle to compare the size to cars and signs, and other Twitter users gathered the figure was probably in the 165 to 175 centimeter range. Fairly average height for a man in Japan. So, at the second step, also very doable. Next, the fact that the figure has no shadow managed to freak a lot of people out. If the image was photoshopped, then no shadow would make perfect sense. But if someone was really standing there, wouldn't they have a shadow? Well, not really. The photo was taken at 6 AM on the dot on November 1st. Sunrise on that particular day wasn't until roughly 10 minutes later, so at this particular time you wouldn't expect to see any shadows at all. This also passes the test. Finally, the entirely black figure. How could this be possible? Again, quite easily. Some people pointed out that it could be a motorbike rider in all black, or perhaps even someone deliberately wearing black spandex or leotards because they were trying to get caught on camera. If you've seen my bizarre Japanese street views video, then you'll know that it's also not that uncommon for people in Japan to dress up in something strange deliberately to get caught on camera, and even chase them down if necessary to make sure they appear. This could very easily be the case here as well, and they don't even have to do any chasing for this one. It's a still cam in a fixed location. It's also interesting to note that the person was caught at 6 AM on November 1st, the morning after Halloween. This makes it even easier to believe that someone may have been out in an all-black costume and perhaps on their way home when they decided to drop by and troll a live cam they knew would start filming nearby. So, at the end of the day, what exactly was the dark figure on the road? Well, assuming the photo wasn't edited in any way, It was likely just a person trying to get captured by the live cam they knew took a picture at 6 AM every morning. There's nothing unrealistic or impossible about it. It just looks real creepy because the person is wearing black from head to toe. Their bike or car could very easily be parked out of the camera's view, and knowing that the camera takes a photo at 6 AM on the dot would make it very easy to prepare for the shot. Was it a ghost or shadow man? Probably not. But a person trying to get captured on film deliberately to create some buzz? That's far more likely. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you again next time.